Mattson?
Here.
Barco?
Here. Would you join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? The flag is behind you and up high. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There is time for public participation during the meeting as indicated in the agenda. Approval of the minutes. What? Resolved that the Buckeye Board of Education approve the minutes for the special meeting on November 5th, 2015, and a special and regular meeting of November 17th, 2015. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
P-TECH?
Yes.
Stahl?
Yes.
Saselich?
Yes.
Mattson?
Yes.
Barco?
Yes. Recommendation statement. The following are recommendations that have been identified for approval as part of the consent agenda for the meeting. If a board member wishes to remove any items from the agenda for further discussion prior to taking action, please let the superintendent or the board president know. Approval of the consent agenda. Resolved that the Buckeye Board of Education approve the consent agenda of December 8th, 2015 as presented.
We have two additions. We have a 9-1, which will be the financial advisory. And then we have 13D, a certified personnel resignation.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second. Second.
And any other discussion? Roll call.
Saselich?
Yes.
P-TECH?
Yes.
Stahl?
Yes.
Mattson?
Yes.
Barco?
Yes. Okay. All right, Mr. Superintendent.
Thank you very much. Our first item this evening, very happy to welcome our students of the month. And if I could please ask our principals to come over to your right, my left, and if our students could join our principals over on this side of the building, and we'll bring you up one at a time. Congratulations.
I am very excited to present Brianna Cash, and Brianna's teacher, Mr. Spencer, had this to say about her. Brianna Cash is an extremely helpful, responsible student. She is kind to her classmates and willing to help them anytime she is asked. She is also the first to volunteer to give someone the help they need, even without being asked. She's a hard worker who completes her assignments neatly and accurately. Brianna is truly a pleasure to have in class, and she's an asset to our classroom and to our school. I'm so pleased she's been chosen to be Student of the Month. She's very deserving of the honor, and I can tell you that I enjoy her smiling face coming into the building every morning. Congratulations, Brianna.
All has a sign for you.
And the Buckeye Intermediate School Student of the Month is Brooke Atlasey. Brooke is a fourth grader in Mrs. Auber's class. And this is what Mrs. Auber says about Brooke. Brooke is a responsible, hardworking student. Brooke takes initiative in class to work hard and help others. If she sees something that needs done, she steps up and does it. Brooke is a classroom leader. She's a pleasure to have in class. And we are lucky to have a student like Brooke Atlasey at Buckeye Intermediate.
Good evening. Buckeye Junior High Student of the Month is Miss Lily Murphy.
When I spoke to some of Lily's teachers this past week about Lily, some of the nice things that they had to say was Lily is always very positive. She always has a smile on her face, as you can see. She's very diligent and thorough in all her work and a pleasure to have in class. Lily is one of our morning announcers. She's a member of student council, all the while still playing soccer, and is a defensive specialist and also runs track. And at the track, she does the high hurdles, right?
Yeah.
High hurdles. So Lily has a 4.36 GPA and would like to go to college to become a writer or a psychiatrist. In talking with some of the things about Lily, one of her favorite things, Mom and Dad, was going on vacation with you guys in the springtime. Last year you surprised her by going to the Bahamas, and she cannot wait till Christmas because she's hoping another nice surprise later on this year. Lily Murray.
We have two students of the month at Buckeye High School. Darby Lanahan. Darby is a senior at Buckeye High School. In her 4 years here, she has earned letters in academics, soccer, track, and choir. She was also awarded top scholar in biology and had a year of perfect attendance. She has been in the school's a cappella group, Harmonics, for 3 years. She is a member of the group SAD at Buckeye, and she has volunteered in Safety Town and her church's summer camp. She's in her second year of taking College Credit Plus classes through the University of Akron and was recently awarded with a Presidential Merit Scholarship from the university. She plans to attend the University of Akron after graduation and is interested in studying engineering. Darby Lanahan. And to my left is Colin Tice. Colin is a senior here at Buckeye High School. He has been involved in Freshman Mentors for the past 2 years, Big Brothers, Big Sisters Mentorship Program for 3 years, National Honor Society for 3 years, and Varsity Cross Country and Track for 4 years. He is a 2-time All-Ohioan in cross country and a 3-time academic All-Ohioan in cross country as well. His cumulative GPA is 4.571, and he is ranked in the top 25 of his class. Next year, he plans on attending the University of Dayton on a partial athletic academic scholarship, and he intends to study either business or engineering. Colin Tice.
Congratulations to all of you. It's always the nice thing to see the accomplishments and hear what our students have been doing. I guess we're on to the treasurer's report. Is that right? Treasurer's report. No.
Okay.
We're going to take a break here in a second. So but if you wouldn't mind hanging on just a minute, and we'll take a break and let you leave in a minute. We're going to go through a couple more items first.
I've asked the board to approve the internal budget amended certificates and appropriations that are on file in the treasurer's office that were sent to the county auditor. B, I'd also ask for the board to approve 2 payments. One is to MS Consultants for $1,226.63, and one of them is to Sendero Therapies for $1,262.95.
Is there a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
Motion.
Second.
Discussion.
The Sendero is for students that we have in our compact at Cloverleaf. The services that they use are with a different company than what we do. They are for our students. We are now sending our company that you've approved the contract for to Cloverleaf, and you will not see this again.
Okay. Any other discussion? Questions? Roll call, please.
P-Tech.
Yes.
Mattson.
Yes.
Saselich.
Yes.
Stahl.
Yes.
Arco.
Yes. Public participation.
No Financial Advisory
Financial
Committee.
advisory, that's right. You stuck that one in there.
Sorry.
Financial
Thank you,
advisory.
Mr. Sparko. Last evening, the Financial Advisory Committee met at the high school, the board office at 5:30 in open session. There were 2 agenda items. The first being the acceptance of the audit by the State Auditor's Office, which is one of the duties of the Financial Advisory Committee. And the second piece was we had a lengthy discussion on the bus wash and possible collaboration with other school districts. The recommendation of the Financial Advisory Committee to the board would be to proceed with the bus garage wash right now and look at collaboration for an upgrade later on, maybe in the future next year or so. So that would be the recommendation to the board.
The post-audit was not done in open session. It was in closed session, and it will be published in 2 weeks.
They gave it to us then.
But it won't be, it's
Right.
not published for 2 weeks.
That'd be it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, what she was saying about the post-audit, the report will be posted on the auditor's website in 2 weeks thereabouts. So that's their rules. Okay. Now, can we go to public participation? See how we have so many people here tonight? Anyone want to speak on any of the agenda items or other school topics? Don't all jump up at once. Thank you very much. Superintendent's information items.
Well, yeah, thank you. And my first item, I just as a reminder, we are entering the holiday season. It's hard to believe how quickly this year is gone. But as a reminder, our holiday break is December 18th through January 1st. So for anybody that may have questions about that, it's obviously on our website. But we want to wish everybody a great holiday and enjoy your family. And for our students, enjoy the time off and just take advantage of being at home and enjoying being away for a few weeks. I'd like to move to, and I'm going to move over here just for this item. I'm really glad that we have a lot of folks here. I'd like to talk briefly this evening as we end another calendar year. We have been very fortunate in our school district, and there are so many wonderful things happening in our school district that I wanted to take a moment, again, as we have this last meeting of 2015, to highlight some of those things that are happening within our district. So, and there's a lot, so I'll try to be as succinct as I can be. Teaching and learning, and again, obviously this is what we do. This is the most important thing that our school district does, and I want to highlight some of the wonderful things happening from a teaching and a learning standpoint. Looking at our report card from last year that came out during this past year, we had some areas that were very, very good. Indicators meant all the test scores all the tests that our students took, our graduation rate, all of those items that go into a district report card, we achieved an A for the indicators met. Value added means that our students make a year's worth of growth in the testing that they took. And again, we achieved an A in that area. And in the graduation rate, we were about 96% graduation rate last year, which again was an A for our district. 2 areas based on the report card that we are looking at and we need to improve. And you will see from a few other slides later that we are addressing these areas. Gap closing is an area, and what that means is the gap between our regular high-achieving students and those students that are considered special ed or economically challenged. According to the matrix from the state, that gap is too big. We need to close that gap. We need our special ed students and our economically disadvantaged students to achieve at a higher level so that that gap closes. And there are matrix on that report card to look at that. So that's one of the areas we received a C. That's one of the areas that we're looking at in order to try to improve upon that and close that gap. And then K-3 literacy. That is, how are our students achieving kindergarten through 3rd grade with regards to their reading ability, reading comprehension, reading fluency. And you'll see in a few slides that we are addressing that. We are looking at that in order to improve in that area. We have this year implemented, we're continuing with our 2-to-1 computer implementation program. If you might recall, last year we implemented it in 5th grade, and this past year, during this year, we continued that into the 6th grade. That has been highly, highly successful. And I can't imagine anybody would indicate that putting a computer in the hands of students as part of their learning is not appropriate and is not important for kids. And that has proven to be extremely successful. And we hope to be able to continue to do that. We know that our district, as a result of the generosity of our voters throughout the county, approved a countywide sales tax, which has allowed us to continue to do that and put those in the hands of our students. We have implemented a new science curriculum at our high school. Ms. Gunkelman is here, was very much in charge of implementing that and spearheading that. That was implemented this year. And again, looking at that program, we are moving more towards looking at how do we incorporate technology into our curriculums. We have purchased classroom sets of computers as part of that rollout, and we have gone away from looking at purchasing and putting a textbook in the hands of every single student. So instead of buying 1,200 science textbooks at the high school or 800 for all of the students there, we've looked at buying more computers for the classroom. So as students go into the science classroom, they have a computer to work on as opposed to maybe a textbook. So we're in the process of rolling that out, and so far, again, it's been extremely successful. Looking at what I mentioned as far as K-3 literacy, we have implemented what's called a diagnostic reading assessment. This is an assessment in K-3 to look at our students' reading comprehension and to provide interventions for those students that are not scoring high enough as it comes to that assessment. And that has proven to be very successful, very wide use throughout the county and the state, and we are excited about the results that we're seeing from that. We also have adopted or implemented a program called Wonders in the primary, and that are level readers. Basically what we've done is we've assessed the reading level of our students and put books in their hands at their reading level in order to continue to increase their reading level by putting books in their hands and then providing intervention from our staff. But that has also been proven to be very successful, and hopefully will address that K-3 literacy issue that we hope to see increase. We have incorporated and created an integrated learning lab at the intermediate school. This is a project and problem-based classroom where students are going in there working with our technology staff. They do a lot of things with robotics. They have worked cross-curricularly, meaning one of the particular units I recall was, and having the opportunity to see, is that our music teacher came in with our math teacher in a STEAM environment, science, technology, engineering, art, and math, and they incorporated the use of robots to create music. It was a really neat project. The kids built the robots, programmed the robots, and then programmed them to play certain songs. So it was a really neat program. But that has been integrating. Our students are using that a lot in our intermediate school. Achieve 3000, again, is another program looking at reading and our reading levels of our students in grades 6 through 9. So those students that have been identified as being below grade level, this is an intervention for them in order to help them to get back on grade level with their reading comprehension. Our Opportunity School at Buckeye High School continues to be a very viable option for those students that for whatever reason have become credit deficient. They've gotten behind in their credits and they need to make up credits. It also helps us to compete a little bit with some of the online programs. So we have been able to incorporate that and successfully earn credits back for many of our students that might find themselves behind. We know there's been a lot in the news and a lot of information about College Credit Plus. We are vigorously implementing College Credit Plus this year and into next year so that our students will have many opportunities, actually in grades 7 through 12 now, to take college classes along with dual enrollment, which would also give our students the opportunity that with our teaching staff, and again, I want to give a lot of kudos and credit to our current staff who have masters in their content area that allow them to be eligible to be a college professor along with being a high school or even junior high teacher, so our students can earn college credits while also earning high school credits while attending our Buckeye High School or Buckeye Junior High. So I want to recognize them and thank them for their working hard to implement that program and making that a reality. And I think we will see more and more of our students that are earning college credits while attending our schools. We are considering an increase in the number of collaborations that we have. Sometimes by virtue of the size of our school, we may not be able to offer as many offerings as some of our larger neighbors, and we're working with them in order to try to make offerings at neighboring schools available to our students. Hopefully that'll be through technology to where our students can be here, but perhaps Skype into a classroom in another district, take that class, send their work to those teachers through email, and earn a credit or earn a grade at a very minimal cost to our district and participate in those classes in the other districts. We also are looking at how do we take advantage of our students that need to be challenged. We have teachers in our district that are gifted certified, but we haven't necessarily been able to take advantage of those credentials. So we are examining and looking at all the ways that we can ensure that those people that do hold gifted credentials are teaching those gifted kids, and so our students are benefiting from the expertise that our staff has. Again, we continue to look at offering within our class schedule. How do we take advantage of the course offerings that our teachers are able to teach, but they may not be for some reason? So that continues to go back and increasing those offerings. And then lastly, from a teaching and learning, we have been collaborating, and again, thanks to our board for their support, we've been collaborating with the Medina County Career Center. There's a program called Project Lead the Way. It is a science, technology, engineering, math program in which we will be a satellite program for the Medina County Career Center. We hope, and this is what we're leaning towards, is that every 8th grader at Buckeye Junior High will have the opportunity to be a part of this program for a quarter. And then as they move into 9th grade, we will have a career tech program in Project Lead the Way, leaning towards those students that have an interest in engineering. We're really excited about this program and hope to continue those partnerships with entities like the Medina County Career Center. Accomplishments, I want to thank our board, thank our negotiating teams, thank our staff. As you know, we completed and were successful in negotiations with both of our unions to get responsible contracts in place. And we're very excited about that, and they were very responsible to our community. So I want to thank them for that. We also had over 60 community members and staff members come together this year to complete our 5-year strategic plan. The decisions that we make in this district are targeted at that 5-year plan, and if they don't fall under that, it's not something that we really want to consider. So I want to thank those folks that were involved in that, and that is located on our website for anybody that might have an interest in looking at that. Preliminarily, I mentioned earlier the state testing from last year, 2 years ago that was reported this year. But the state testing from this past year, we have received preliminary results from the state. It's not public yet, but they send it to the districts in order for us to take a look at it and ensure that it's correct and suggest corrections to the state if we see something that's not right. I'm very, very excited about the test results that we will be making public, or the state will, in several weeks. As I look at the preliminary results, and again, this is unofficial until the state releases it, but it would show that we were in the top 3 in the county as far as test results go in 11 of those tests and first on 5 of those tests. Us and Highland really basically split first on all of those tests. So very excited about that. Can't wait for that to become public. We continue to be leaders in the county when it comes to performance of our students, and we certainly expect that that will continue to be a trend into the future. Our district, in an effort to continue to be efficient and try to save tax dollars, we were participating with Cloverleaf in a grant to bring in an organization called Lean to look at how we can be more efficient in our classified areas, that specifically being maintenance, transportation, and food service. And I'll show a slide here that I think it's been paying dividends. But that organization has come in. We received a grant for between the 2 districts for about $80,000 to look at that. They meet with our people. They look at how we can become more efficient and improve processes within our district. And I think it's really paid off. And again, we are able to do more with less as a result of that relationship. From an environment standpoint, obviously that is extremely important in a school district. We continue to work very hard to provide an environment for our students and staff that is conducive to learning. We continue with the Obeus program. That is an anti-bully program in which our students learn how to work with each other, how to be accepting of each other, what to do if they see a problem, how to react, and really it gives an opportunity for every single student in our district, hopefully, to have an adult that they can trust and that they can talk to. If they have an issue, we hope they can go to them, talk to them, and figure out a way to resolve that problem. Stand By Me program at Buckeye Junior High was created down there in order to, just as it says, they stand by each other. We're there to support each other. We're there for each other. And that's a program that has proven to be successful at the junior high, in which our students are encouraged to be there for each other and to support each other and look out for each other. We have social skills groups at Buckeye Elementary School that are looking at issues that our students at the younger ages might incur, and they get together to talk about those and help them deal with those issues at a young age. We have co-teaching situations between special ed and regular ed teachers so that all of our students have the ability to be exposed to regular ed curriculum and be with their regular ed peers. So whenever possible, we try to create those situations for our students. We have a positive behavior support implementation. Positive behavior support is a statewide program in which we challenge our staff to catch kids doing things well. Catch them being positive before they get into trouble to encourage that positive behavior from our students. Buckeye High School has many social groups led by our prevention coordinator. Very excited about the programs. They're mentoring programs where students high school students are mentoring our younger students. They are groups that look at items such as drug prevention and many other areas that our high school prevention coordinator looks at. And then lastly, at the high school freshman focus, which looks at those kids during that very difficult transition from junior high to high school and identifies those students that may need a little extra support as they make that transition into the high school and provides support to them through a freshman focus group. Facilities, we continue to look at what's best for our facilities and to upgrade in order to provide the most conducive learning environment for our students. We are completing an approximate $450,000 HVAC replacement at Buckeye High School that is computerized, basically the entire building. We have just a little area that we're still working on to bring onto the system, but we can get on and see the temperature in every classroom in that building, and for the most part, unless we have an issue, for the most part, every single room in that building is within a degree or two every single day. We recently, with our sales tax, purchased 4 new buses that have greatly helped us to reduce the stress on our bus fleet, and it helps us to assure that we have a bus ready to go on the road for every student every single day. We have continued to look at roofing upgrades at the high school and the junior high. We have tried to bite off pieces of those every single year so we don't run into a situation where we have one major roofing issue where we might have to replace an entire roof in 1 year, which would really strain our budget if we had to do that. So we're looking to bite those pieces off in smaller chunks. We continue to upgrade parking lots and driveways again with the theory that we want to take small pieces of our property and replace and repair those parking lots and driveways so we avoid a major issue all at one time. The technology infrastructure is extremely important to keep up. With our reliance on technology today, we're continuously looking at our backbone. Our ability, as more and more devices come into our district, our ability to handle those devices in a wireless environment becomes more and more important, so we continuously upgrade that infrastructure so that we can continue to handle the load that we see on a daily basis. And again, we want to put devices in the hands of kids to the best of our ability, and thanks again, our sales tax gives us the opportunity to continue to add those devices within our district. Financially, we continue to excel financially. We have received for the 23rd year in a row the Award for Excellence in Fiscal Reporting. And to thank Ms. Wagleski and her staff for that hard work. The state of Ohio gave out an award this year called Making Your Tax Dollars Count. Our district received that award this year for responsibility to our taxpayers and spending our money wisely. Our annual district financial audit, which we talked briefly about here tonight, again, was completed with no findings, and we're very excited and very proud about that. And we continue to keep our promise to our community that we will remain fiscally responsible, and I believe that we have done that. And I mentioned one of our programs, and again, this program has been working with our LEAN organization. We have continued to try to improve in our food service area and make offerings to our students that they are excited about, that they want to take advantage of. Our revenue for our high school cafeteria during the 14-15 school year has gone up 51%. Our revenue at our junior high has gone up 53% in that time period. The elementary revenue has gone up 17%. And one of our areas of focus, and we really had a hard time figuring out, we had a number of students that were eligible for free lunches, but they weren't taking advantage of that. So that was something that we tried to focus on during that school year, and that participation has gone up 18%. I want to thank Ms. Luther and her staff for their hard work in creating an atmosphere where students want to participate in our lunch program, as well as our staff. Our staff participation through salad bars and some other things has really gone through the roof as well. And again, communication is extremely important to our district. If you haven't taken advantage of some of these opportunities, I would encourage you to do so. We have a Facebook page with about 2,500 people on that Facebook page now, which is a wonderful opportunity to receive information. Our Twitter account is about 1,500, and I always tell people and let's hope we don't have it, it doesn't look like it anytime soon, but if there's a snow day, I usually send it out on Twitter first. So if you want the first look, get on Twitter and get on our account. We do send direct messages home from myself as well as our buildings. Direct emails now should be coming to families, and if you're not receiving those, let your child's office know and they'll add you to our list. But we are sending direct emails to families. Our website has a wealth of information. We have teacher teaming in grades K through 8, which again, I have to give a lot of credit to our administrators and to our staff that make that happen. They have the opportunity to meet as a team, talk about kids on their team, and communicate with parents when that becomes necessary, whether it be a positive or a challenge that they may be facing. So they do that on a regular basis. Our television programs, hopefully you're able to see those on our TV and on the website. Open houses and conferences, certainly would encourage people to take advantage of those. And again, most importantly, our staff is available. If you have a question, if you have a concern, if you have something that you want to share, I would encourage you to contact anyone within our district in order to have that addressed. And lastly, what's important to us and probably what we strive for the most is it's our job to take care of our students academically and emotionally. And I want to give so much credit to our staff because I think they do a wonderful job with this every single day. Our students are getting a wonderful education, but I think they're also being taken care of emotionally, and that's very, very important to us. Our students are achieving at high levels, and when you have the opportunity to see our state report card and so many other measures that will show that our students are achieving. Our staff is outstanding, they are professionals, and they take care of our students, and they are making a difference in the lives of our students. And our leaders, we have wonderful administrators, our staff of administrators as well as our supervisors and directors. They make it happen in our district in working with our staff to create environments in which our students can learn. And again, our classified staff, we are lucky to have the classified staff that we do. They take their job very seriously and they want to take care of students and make sure that they have an outstanding experience in our district. So, and again, the folks sitting up here, we couldn't do what we do without their help, support, and allowing us to do what we do. So I want to absolutely take an opportunity to thank them and thank them for the support that they give us. So that's it. Thank you very much, and we can continue on.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.